Hello everybody. Yeah, I'm doing this video. If y'all noticed, if you watch my latest videos, it's a lot about changes and food and appointments and different things. So yeah, I want to concentrate a little bit about the food. I ain't perfect. I'm not a chef. I'm not perfect. I don't know the proper techniques or stuff like that, and I try to use, because of feedback, I try to use better ingredients like olive oil, stuff like that. Low salt. I try not to fry everything. I mean, I've air fried them. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I mean, it's just different for me. And I try to do my best, like when it comes to that stuff. And I'm eating a lot more vegetables, so. And I know a lot of it looks like it's a big mound of stuff, but it's not really that big. Once you sort of like steam and whatever, a lot of the juices go out and it shrinks down somewhat. But anyways, I've been eating a lot of that stuff. I know I eat a lot of eggs, but the eggs I eat, I eat them out of the carton, and I've eaten them fresh. The equivalent maybe 1.5 eggs or 2 eggs at the most. So yeah, I try different things, and changing my lifestyle is a difficult thing for me. It is, like, for a lot of people, from what I hear, and we're always fearful about that one person that might say something that we don't agree with, or that we take it to heart. And I think that's the problem. And it's not because people do it maliciously, or they do it, they want to be hurtful. No, it's not that at all. It's just that sometimes, like, everything's got to be perfect. It's like, when you're going to work out, people do expect that you go in to the gym, a skinny little guy or a fat guy like myself, and come out like Arnold, all built up. No, that ain't the way it works. Sorry. It takes time, it takes prep, it takes repetition, it takes a lot of different things. Right now, I'm trying to do things, change my lifestyle by doing one thing at a time, one day at a time. And yeah, this morning, I was reading my comments, or I think I put up a little short thing there. Anyways, and I had a bowl of strawberries, and I also had a pear. And then somebody mentioned, and I guess in my other video, it showed when I bought the pears and I bought the tangerines. Somebody mentioned pears and tangerines have way too much sugar, or have too much sugar, right? And I went, well, everything has sugar, really. And just the way I understand it, or just the way it was explained to me by a dietitian. Okay, you take an orange. You got 2 oranges, medium size, whatever. You eat this one raw, and this other one, you squeeze it into a glass of orange juice, or you get as much orange juice. You won't get a lot, but you get as much orange juice as you can, and you put it in a glass. So you eat this one, and it takes time to digest, it takes time to break down, it takes time for the sugar to, so I call that like a slow burn. You take a glass of orange juice, or half a glass, or whatever, and as soon as you drink that orange juice, it goes down, and it's sort of like, it's in your body right away. Dietitians and nurses, I guess, they call that process like spikes. It spikes up your blood sugar. So if you're drinking a lot of juice, it is healthy for you, but if you're drinking a lot of juice, it means that, it spikes up your sugars. So that's why I try to stick to fruits, or fresh fruits, or even canned fruits. Rinse off the juice, or get them that are, and get canned fruits that aren't covered in syrup. Just covered with water or something. You can either rinse them off, or I don't usually drink the syrup part of it. I just take the fruit, and then I throw like about 3/4 of a, or a half a can, or about half a can, or a quarter of a can of syrup away. Anyways, that's my explanation. I ain't no dietitian, but that's my explanation. And like, cause I always, walk around confused a lot, especially when I'm in the hospital and they tell me this ain't good for you, that ain't good for you, and this ain't good for you. Usually it had to do with fruit and stuff like that. And I said, okay, but if it's not good for you, why are you serving it in the hospital to me? Well, it's a little bit of convenience. I said, well, but you're serving it to me. And if people want to follow the diet, and so they'll go to what they see. Like that's what I'll do, this, and this, and oh yeah, a can of apple juice or a little thing of apple juice. But they say, no, that's not good for you. You should eat raw fruit, not canned fruit. And I went, oh, okay. So that's the confusing right off the hop, right out of the hospital. That's confusing. So if you see anybody trying to change the way they're eating, the way they're doing things, and the way they're living their life, try real hard to sort of unless they're doing something that's probably gonna, sort of like end their life after they eat it, you might want to say something then. But other than that, it's just like, yeah, people are trying to learn, and we're scared. I'm scared as a person. I'm scared that somebody's going to say, oh, that's not good. I'm like that because I'm partly, even though I want to change, part of me is just waiting for an excuse not to change. Just give me an excuse and I'll stop eating and I'll stop taking care of myself. That is foolish. I know that. I got you. But it's the way I think sometimes. That's the way I think. So, and it's not like, not everybody has to be quiet, but there's ways around it, I guess. It's just that, and I need that too. I need some of that. Well, I say negativity. It might not come across negativity, but sometimes that's the way I see it or I accept it. And maybe I got to work on that problem because I'm the problem, like I said before in a few videos. I'm the problem, not others. So I have to learn to say, hey, everybody has an opinion. They might, know more than you do and stuff like that. And it's just, well, I'm just going to do what I think is right. And usually like it's been good. I mean, I've been cutting down my food because I just think it's too much looking. I sometimes say, oh, like today when I had yogurt, I had that source yogurt, and I had blackberries. Yeah, blackberries. Blackberries. It says I could have a cup of blackberries. I think I had 15 if I had that. Not 15 cups, just 15 blackberries. Maybe even less than that. And I had a little bit of yogurt. I don't even think I had the full amount on the container. I had a little bit of yogurt, and I said, okay, that's it. And then I had a pear. That was it. And and to me, it's just like, wow, good. At least I'm trying. And I don't think of the future too much when it comes to that stuff. To me, it's a day at a time, a minute at a time, and stuff like that. Yeah, I try to just stick with today. I mean, I got one meal down. I got 2 more to go. And once that's done, then it's like, okay, I don't worry about it. And I try not to get too bored because that's when I like to snack. And I try to keep busy or watch a program or whatever. I'm looking at videos or making them. And yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So, it's hard. It's hard for anybody for change. Change doesn't always come easy. Sometimes it does, but the seed's been planted a long time ago. Like for me, when I stopped smoking, I used to smoke like three packs a day, maybe a little bit more. And doctors used to tell me, if you don't stop smoking, it's going to kill you. And somebody one day said, if you don't stop smoking, you're not going to live to see your grandkids or your kids grow up. And for some reason, that was the magic ticket. For some reason, it stuck in me. But I'm a tight guy, right? So I'm tight. I don't have money to throw away. So I just bought a can of tobacco because I used to roll all my cans, all my cigarettes by hand. And I went home and I finished what cigarettes I had. And then I started in on this can of tobacco. And I polished that off in 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. Rolled the ball when my fingers were yellow, my beard or my mustache at the time was yellow. It was like, yeah, and I stunk like an ashtray. But I finished that. My mouth was flaming hot, like I kissed a devil or something. And yeah, it was just awful. It was just like, ugh, I felt ill. And then I said, that's it, we're done. And I've looked back a few times when things got a little hairy, but I decided not to go back because I know once you start, because I've started, I quit, I tried to quit a couple of times, but you only quit once really. But I made a few attempts, and last one was a good one. So I don't know how many years, I forgot, but it's been like probably over 15, maybe 20 now. So it can be done, and you know, and if I'm not worried about other people's judgments or what they say or comments, I mean, it can be done. But also, on the other hand, a lot of them judgments and comments strengthen me. You know, strengthen us all. Just, you know, how bad you want it, and that's the whole point of it all. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it short there because this is the second time I try to video this, and I don't even know if it's working this time because I got the camera turned around, so I'm just using the lenses. So I'm hoping I'm in the right spot. I'm hoping that things are okay. I will look at it again and we'll find out. Anyways, on that note, aloha, I love you, peace, and wherever you are on your journeys, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, love yourself, love others, and wherever you are, please be safe. And thank you for tuning in to me and my video or my channel and supporting me. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you.